Hey guys, it's Mathel here once again with the follow-up video for the endgame of the Cast on Crit Detonate Dead Assassin. That is a second go at Detonate Dead, and as you can see in the background, the thickest of the pretty much thickest content in current Delirium is still an absolute clusterfuck and a mess. On even something that butters through the rest of the game quite easily. I did manage to do just, well, yeah, everything else in the game pretty damn quickly and comfortably with this build, and the DPS is really good, survivability is not too bad at all, but this is only a 60% T15 Delirium map that's got all the sextants, all the scarabs, beyond, and all the crazy shit, and it's still a complete mess. I think we got through it, died maybe once, but you can see that things like Cinder Swallow Flask are the only real reason I'm living against plenty of this content, and when you're facing 5, 6, 7 Beyond bosses at once, you just have no idea what the fuck's going on, and we've come a long way in this game, I'd say. So this character, unless you're really maxing it out and going pure Combs sort of heavy life base, and then using, as people have suggested, rather overpowered specters for base monster life on your Desecrate, I doubt you're going to be doing the biggest of the biggest content. Or at least I don't think it's worth doing either way. It's a bit too risky and a bit too damaging to the health of your computer. But it was pretty fun, and I did a few of these types of things because it's kind of the next step in challenge for a build like this. For most regular content, like you can see things like just regular Betrayal, regular maps, regular Delve, it all just didn't really pose any sort of a threat or a challenge, and it does get a little underwhelming, so you think, hey, maybe I'll do the biggest stuff out there. And most simulacrum waves are really quite easy and boring as well. It's only the last few that feel like they give you any sort of threat, because things could start one-shotting you. Other than that, it was a highly recommendable type of playstyle. Cyclone, Cast on Crit with either Volatile or Detonate Dead still holds up to be a pretty formidable build this league. With Volatile Dead, it does have a delay on the balls that you're going to be spawning, so the first few sort of guys you attack will be a little bit dangerous, but once you got the ball rolling, no pun intended, you will be pretty safe, I think, with a Volatile Dead build as well, and it's probably just straight up better. But I like Detonate Dead a bit more, and you can see I do have the new microtransaction for Desecrate going off in the background. It's all those little blue fishes coming up from the ground. And this is just a good example of Delve where it was probably one of the nicest delving characters I've ever had, I'd say. It's got very good movement speed, it has very good coverage with its Cyclone and Detonate Deads throughout the corridors, so it will pretty much get everything on first pass. It destroys all corpses, it's pretty safe to go through, and it has really good Delve DPS. That said, it's only something like depth, 250, 300. I haven't gone too deep on my Delve this league just yet. So I can't give you too much of a testimonial as to what's happening, but you can see that, as I mentioned, in some of the later simulacrum waves, especially ones that have like elemental penetration, extra damage, extra chaos damage, that sort of thing, it can start getting sketchy, and you definitely can die in this build to all kinds of bullshit. I'm not even sure how this attack over here hit me, but it did, and well, dead. So whatever. So that's CoC and the other big boss, and then when I ran back in to try and get him again, he had a big fat aura from one of those dudes and just gave me a big old one-tapping. But for the most part, if you're doing things correctly on a build like this, then things shouldn't be too much of an issue. And things like Cirrus, Uberelda, Uberatsiri did all of that, I think, completely deathless and pretty well DPS'd as well. I think fairly quick kills, and the playstyle isn't too bad. But Cyclone is still a very melee playstyle, so when you do play a Cyclone build, you have to have a lot of damage, otherwise you get yourself in trouble on these endgame bosses, because the fights will last fairly long and you are very melee. So you have to have overkill amounts of damage to just balls in, insta-kill it, and then it's pretty good. Melee aspect of it doesn't matter. It's only when you take long times to kill things that being melee truly does suck. So that's it for the build. Could recommend, I suppose. You might be dying a bit if you go a similar version like mine, but a lot of the time you'll be totally fine, and it should be well and truly playable into the end game. I'll leave you with a Cirrus 8 kill, and it did drop my first big item ever off of a Cirrus, so enjoy that. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. You're too young for obliteration.
What's this? A real challenge? You finally caught my attention. Die.
I don't wanna. I'm gonna do my best to look out for all sorts of ground effects and attacks and shit and not die. But always fuck it up. And forget that I'm supposed to be dodging stuff.
The others found strength in their projections.
Here we go. Perfect gameplay incoming.
Be silent. Die.
Can't see anything with my own attacks going off. It's fine. I'll just sense the attacks coming with my gamer's intuition. True.
Really interesting enough to warrant all this pain.
Hello?
Die.
Is he just not getting attacked there or what? Okay, I haven't pressed the flask yet. Still nice and flasked up. Even got a Val DD if I need it. I don't know if it's gonna do much. Especially without a Val RF. What a mess. I don't want to use my life flask, but I feel like I should just to top up right now. Okay, it'll be fun.
Everlasting fire.
No! Damn it! Please don't make me do another anything. Money! I need money! My first piece of actual money! I've never had a money before! Savior, that is. Perfect roll.
Sorry.
My first savior after like 95,000 kills. I don't even know how many. Nice. Guess we're doing savior builds next time. I don't know if I'm doing a savior build. They're way too expensive these days. That seems kind of dumb. I did 2 last league. Do I need to do another one now? Two exalts, 10 exalts, 10 exalts. Wait, are they actually down to 11 exalts? Yeah, I thought they were at like 40. They're down to 10 or 11. That's not that bad anymore. Fucking Harrods are probably ruining the prices, eh? I'll make him violent. I think I'll just 30 quality it.